Good morning, SAISD secondary educators. My name is Marisa Perez Diaz, and I serve as your Texas State Board of Education member for District 3. It is truly an honor to have been invited to join you all this morning as you prepare to kick off the new school year in whatever form that looks like. And so I wanted to begin by first taking the time to just thank you. Thank you for all of the work that you've done over the last several months to prepare for today. Over the last several months to scramble and to have to figure out how to continue to deliver instruction in a way that is genuine in effort, in a way that is genuine in care for your students, and amid all of the challenges you're facing within your own careers, but even in your own homes. So thank you for that. I think it's really important to acknowledge the fact that through the struggles that we're experiencing here with COVID, you've been identified as essential workers. Everybody in our school districts are identified as essential workers. However, I want you to understand, and I want you to know that you have champions in the community that even before COVID hit, recognize that your work has been essential. It's always been essential in helping to spark creativity and in helping to develop our youth, in the passion that you bring to the classrooms when you're engaging your kids in learning. All of that is essential to the growth and development of our world. And so I don't say this facetiously. I don't say this just because it's a beautiful thing to say. I genuinely mean it. As a mother of two young children, I recognize, value, and appreciate the work that you do, the passion you bring to the work that you do, and I'm truly grateful. So as you all prepare to kick off the year, I hope that in listening to me speak, I leave you with encouraging words, with some thought-provoking ideas about what this time has meant for us in education, and finally just an understanding that we all need grace, and that you have people again that are in your corner that are championing the work that you're doing, and that really look to you as leaders in our communities and are doing so with grace in mind. So as I'm thinking through and preparing what I wanted to come and talk to you all about, I think first and foremost, you have to understand that, this time, though it's been very, very challenging, has really done something to not just our community, but to the world generally. We're looking at different systems, different structures differently. And in doing so, it provides opportunity. So as a member of the Texas State Board of Education, I have three primary responsibilities. Number one, we are responsible for the adoption of instructional materials. Those instructional materials are aligned to our second priority, or our second responsibility, which is the adoption of our texts, the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, which you all know very well, help to guide the learning that's happening at every grade level. And the final piece is the investment of our permanent school fund. It's the largest constitutionally protected education endowment in the country, and the money that we earn off of that interest investment is then turned over every biennium to the legislature, and the legislature allocates those funds to different things like education, infrastructure, health. And so in an ideal world, speaking biasly, the State Board of Education would love to see all of those funds go to education. It doesn't happen. And so as people who work in education, as an education policymaker, I am aware of the resource-strapped nature of the work that you all are doing every day. But even more now, COVID and all of the racial issues that have always existed, but are now at the forefront of the work that we're also doing. I think it's important to recognize that the resources have always been limited. We are about to engage in a school year where resources are going to be even more limited. But what's not limited is the human capital, the human capacity that you all bring, the livelihood, the love of the work that you do, which will uplift our students. And so I say all of this so that you understand that it's going to be really difficult. That's not an understatement. Education looks different. The silver lining in it all is that we can tap your human capital, and because everybody is trying to function within a structure that's now been shaken to its core, we have an opportunity to reimagine what education looks like, not just for our youth, but for the families that are experiencing education alongside them, and for the educators that are now responsible for implementing in a very different environment. So I have to smile when I think about what that looks like, because SAISD, I grew up in SAISD. I'm a homegrown girl, Woodlawn Elementary. I went to Horseman Middle School, and I'm a proud graduate of Edison High School. I recognize the community that you all live and serve and work in, and we are primed for advancing and progressing in these conditions, right? We know what it's like to experience structural shakeup. We know what it's like to experience challenges outside of the classroom that students and families bring when they come to our schoolhouses. And so, because we know how to do that, we've always known how to do that, we are the perfect catalysts for making change to benefit our youth and then your careers. I think that right now, we're looking at different things like ethnic studies courses, which I know SAISD has been committed to and really deeply engaged in. That's work that the State Board of Education has been working on since, as long as I've been on the board, since 2013, we've been pushing for this. And so I really want to applaud SAISD, my alma mater, for being at the forefront of engaging in a really deep way what ethnic studies looks like. And it's not just about ethnic studies, right? This is an opportunity for our youth and for the educators that are engaged in this learning with them to really embrace education in a more personal way, on a more personal level, because now, at a time where our students are going to be coming to school, and our educators for that matter are going to be coming to school with some social emotional issues, this is a way to bring our kids back into the conversation, to own their education, and for educators to be creative in the way that you deliver. I'm excited about that opportunity. And again, I'm just so grateful for the vision and foresight that SAISD has really taken on and displayed in the community. You all are a part of an organization that's absolutely incredible, and I'm proud to represent you all. I think the other thing that we need to think about too is the fact that, we're all human. We have all experienced challenges. COVID has really, I think, maybe not level set everybody, right? But everybody has been shaken in some way. And so we're all vulnerable right now. And in the spirit of recognizing vulnerability, really looking at each other as a team, and that includes the families and students you serve, right? Everybody is in this together. And providing grace and understanding and patience as we all figure out how to navigate this new environment, right? The reality that we're experiencing post-COVID, it's going to be a challenge. But if we lend each other grace, if we work together to help uplift ourselves and uplift the whole, we'll get through this, right? Our country's seen challenges. Our communities have seen challenges, and from my perspective, who better to navigate and succeed, persist past these challenges than our educators who have always been challenged in the work that they do, right? It's not a secret. And now more than ever, people have personally experienced it. People who've never even set foot in a classroom, but have children navigating the public education system, have personally experienced the challenges that our educators walk into every day as you go into your schools. So there's a different level of vulnerability and a different level of grace that I think we're all experiencing together. And so understand that as you come in to these classrooms and as you're being asked to do unimaginable things in really unimaginable times, you have a lot of people in this community that really believe in you, believe in the work that you're doing, and are here to support to make sure that we all succeed together, right? I'm a believer that a rising tide will, carry everyone along. And so please know that even though I know these times seem stressful and they seem tough and they seem insurmountable, you will get past it, because you know what? You're educators. And if anyone can do it, educators can. And the one thing that I want to leave you with in knowing is that I don't just say this because I'm speaking to a group of educators or because I work in education, because it's a passion of mine. I say this because I truly believe it. Educators are the most important people the most important career that we have, because educators prepare every other career path that exists. But not only do you prepare for career, you also grow little humans, you grow social capacity, you grow kindness, you grow self-awareness, and you all are superheroes. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for your commitment to education, for the commitment to your families, your students, and your communities in a really difficult time. And please know that you are valued in ways beyond words can express. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful kickoff to an uncertain school year. And please know that you have tons of people in your corner that are here, that are ready to listen, and that are ready to champion in any sorts of ways that you need. Muchas gracias. God bless. And let's get to work like we always have.